This conference will now be recorded.
Mm-hmm. Cool. Now we cannot talk anything bad about government and all. We are being recorded. Cool. So, okay. So basically, we will begin with the fundamental thing and the basic elements or the building blocks of campus solution, that is called academic structure. Okay. So in here we'll talk about the what are the key block of academic structure. So these are not much slides. I'll show you online, but before any you have worked on campus solution security thing or security was you mentioned you worked in Peoplesoft security side and other area as well. So what was this the application was finance SCM, right? Not the campus, I hope.
Say that again.
What was the application when you worked on the campus application on the PeopleSoft application? It was HCM or finance?
Interaction Hub.
Oh,
Portal.
you're the you were the portal. Okay, you're the portal guy, web portal guy. Okay, so basically, David, in finance or in HCM or in PeopleSoft, generally, the PeopleSoft, uh, the basic elements remain same. They will have this kind of pages, right? And they will have one key structure, like they generally use business unit or site ID and these kind of fields would be there in all of the pages. So here in academic structure in campus solution, first thing we have is the main key we have is academic institution. Okay. Okay, and apart from it, what are the other things you may think you may you may think of right now, which will be the key elements of a university? I'm not going by the slide. You just tell me. I know you have not worked it, but you can just guess for a
No, yeah.
university.
I'm sorry. I've actually, read through, I've gone into people books and I've actually been in an environment that most of those environments they have, they've had campus solutions. So, but go ahead. So I'm not completely like oblivious to. Typically, when you work in Interaction Hub, you interface with or you're integrating with finance, HR, campus solutions. So
Mhm.
I'm familiar with these. But go ahead.
Okay, right. So what I want to understand is what can be the key values, key attributes of a university when you are designing an application for a university. What could be the key, you can say, the master tables, master data for all the transaction
Uh,
data for a university?
Right, their enrollment information, their grades, um, courses,
Hmm.
the candidates information, the demographics, where they're from, those
Correct.
type of.
That's absolutely right, and that's what I was expecting. But we can segregate, we can classify this data into just one category, whether what type of transaction it is. It is a tra- uh, it is a transaction, or it is a transaction data, or it is a control data. So these are the two. This is just one criteria on which you will find all of the PeopleSoft application are aligned, like be it PeopleSoft Finance, be it a PeopleSoft HCM, be it PeopleSoft Campus Solution. All the tables have this concept, what type of data it is, whether it is a control data or a transaction data. Then the question is, what is control data and what is transaction data? So the transaction data will come later, but before that, there is a control data, right? So you put across some example like grade and student demographic record and their personal details in campus solution, that is called transaction, right? So this is called a transaction, that one student enrolled with you. Okay, so now you have to enroll, you have to create one entry for student in the student record. So that will become a transaction. Enrolling some student is in transaction. Okay, so where this data will go, this data will ultimately go to one table, right? So that would be some student table, personal data. The table name is personal underscore data, and this so in this table it will go. So this personal data is a transaction table. But what is
Is this the
control
same
table?
personal data table in HR?
Yes. So sorry, which table?
The same personal data table in HR?
Yes,
Same
yes,
table?
yes, 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 yes. Most, no, no. In this case, it is same. But for example, there is one more table called department, DEPT underscore TBL.
Mm-hmm.
You have also used that DEPT underscore TBL. And there is one more table called PS underscore location. This one is also common in HCM, finance, and campus solution. All three applications use the same table name, database table name.
Okay.
Because underlying functionality is same. Department table will store department in HR, finance, and campus solution same way, same field structure, same key structure. Similarly, this personal data, and there is one email table as well. uh, that is also user underscore email. There is one more table called OPR-11, which store person, user ID and password. Okay, you remember, this is my login screen. This is my Peoplesoft Campus Solution login screen. So when I log out, I need to log in it, right? Log in here. Which there is a login credentials is VP1, for example, some login credential that is coming. Just give me a moment. Just hold for a moment. So that is coming from a table OPR defin. So that is also same in campus, finance, and HRMS. So idea is there are few tables which are common in PeopleSoft. Okay, so what I was telling you is transaction data and the control data. So we talked about what are transaction data. So transaction data are basically data which occur daily basis, day-to-day basis, and which record one event, one transaction in that application. Okay, so suppose one student graduated and he completed his course, or he attended one class. So that is one transaction, right? But what is control data? Can you think of that?
Mm, setup data?
Yes, that's right. So that is something which control, which govern the rules, where we mention the rules and the guiding principles for the application. Okay. So when I say this university, for example, this university offer these many courses. For example, these are the in PeopleSoft we call it plans. Okay, so these are the areas which university offering. So that is called courses. So these courses are tied to the institution. Okay, so this is called control data. Example of control data. Similarly, there can be other control data. For example, location. Location is an example of a control data. Why?
Mm-hmm.
Because you can define location and you can share it across different business unit, different countries. For example, this you have defined these location ID for university this, right? PS University, you have defined this location ID. Maybe like in US, for this particular university may have different branches in different states, right? So across all the campuses, they all can access this data, this location table they can access. So this is directly linked to this to the set ID, and that is the reason it is called control data. Similarly, this campus table. So campus is also one example of control data. So like you mentioned, control data can be your setup data, or can be your rule where you define rules and configuration, and or which will be same for different business unit or different locations. So that is called control data, right? So we will see what are the control data. At the end of the day, maybe tomorrow or someday, I will share what are the tables behind them. Okay, so you can create PS query and all on that. So ideally in this page you will have some background table which is stored as campus table data. So that table I will share. Okay, so that is the thing. And so I'll share, like we'll discuss how many type of control data we have, or what are the major key elements in campus solution. Okay, any question as of now?
Well, the main questions that I had was, I mean, based on the syllabus, I'm looking at it. Well,
Mhm.
first of all, I know your slides, I guess they're older. They're not fluid, but I see that the environment, what image do you currently have?
No, man, no, that's not correct. That is the latest image. That is the latest image. These pages are the latest pages.
Oh,
Okay.
it looks like
Okay.
they're classic.
No, yeah, that's classic. That's classic plus. That's classic plus. You see, this environment is the latest environment. You will not find this image
So
anywhere.
if you go
This
to
is the latest image.
campus, if you go to campus table, it looks like this, like your slide.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So these slides, if you see, there are two ways, dude. Let me just expand this. I have worked on Fluid. I have converted most of the custom component of PeopleSoft Classic into component Fluid.
Okay.
Okay, so this, see this campus solution. You see, this is the nav bar. If I go
Yeah.
to this, for example, this personal information, biographical information, and this is address, and or take any page.
Oh, I see. So it still takes you to
Yeah.
the classic then. Okay. And
Yes.
then
Or not all, not all the pages component are converted into classic,
oh, I
into
got it.
fluid. Okay.
Okay.
So
And then
basically UI to take you in navbar you will find couple of tiles which look like fluid, and this navbar is all functionality of the fluid UI.
mhm,
But background, most of the, we call it like classic plus.
mhm.
You will not see this header, this banner in the, did you notice this banner? Have you seen it in classic?
Yes. No, I know. Yeah, I
No,
figured
so
I
that's not classic. Yeah, see this
yeah,
back option, this will take this is a button showing the previous window, which was a student home page. See, I
correct.
can directly
Okay.
jump to this. So this is not classic, this is classic plus.
Okay. Okay. And then the other thing I was going to ask is based on the curriculum, are we going to follow the curriculum the way that you know have it laid out? Is that how we're going to go through the course?
Yeah, like it's not like mechanical. It's going to be very
Mechanical, I see.
flexible. Yeah, but
Okay.
it's not going to be that flexible and rigid. I mentioned it because these are the important things. Anyway, we will cover those, and maybe today I have covered academic structure, and with the today we are discussing about the campus table and academic career tables, plans, a plan, course, location, all these
Mm.
things. We may end up doing some other stuff related to demographic detail of a student, when how they we can discuss about student enrollment. Okay, maybe I have that in my course in 3 days after, so that's gonna not work, right? We cannot do that way. I have put across the syllabus that these are the five modules we will cover by the end of the training, and these are the topics mainly would be covered in this topic, in these modules.
Academic admissions, campus
Yes,
community. Okay.
yes, financial aid. So you just see the doc that the modules. So module should be there: financial aid, academic structure, and student financials. campus community, and I think I may have missed one or two. So basically these are the 5 modules would be there. Okay,
Yeah,
so these
like
are
admissions and
campus.
records.
Yes, admission and recruitment. These are
Mm-hmm.
the 5 modules we are going to cover. Admission and recruitment would be the first one, because admission and recruitment is the easiest one, and
Okay.
uh, right. So that we generally cover on the day one, not on the day one, of course. After
Mm-hmm.
it is going to be the first module we will covering.
Okay.
So idea is why we share this course content, so that you get the idea that these are the 5 modules we are going to cover. These are the main the elements mentioned in there are
This
the
should be
main
enough to give me
yeah.
well-rounded access and
Yes,
opportunity to be able to get.
yes,
Yeah. Okay.
yes. If you want, you can go through them. If you want, you can go through these elements beforehand. You can come up more prepared, and
Mm-hmm.
you can ask more questions if you want to. That's the idea behind it.
Okay. Go ahead.
Oh,
Oh,
go
then
ahead.
and then hands-on. Do I have hands-on, or you don't? That's not something that you provide.
Sorry.
Do I have hands-on access to do like practice things or no?
Uh, Dude, David, as you know that these are on-premise software. These this is unfortunately not cloud. This is in my
Oh,
system.
okay.
You
I
already
can I
Peoplesoft
can I
9.
can make I'll make provision to get access. I can
Yeah, yeah.
probably no worries, no problem.
Yeah, that's fine. It's pretty easy to install, and to get access somewhere. You can arrange it. That's not an issue. But campus solution, all the PeopleSoft product, unfortunately, till 8.56, they are on premise. 8.5, like I as an individual cannot ask or cannot, take Oracle space OCI and have their tenant, right?
No
So
problem.
that's not
Yeah.
possible.
Mhm.
Yeah, and hosted globally. So so that's the case. So yeah. So basically, now if you don't have any question, we can resume.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So basically, I was telling you about uh, first thing. So basically, these are academic institution. We will cover today location, campus table, career, and this academic program, then subplan, academic plan, and then subplan. So these are the things which we will cover today, and what in the introductory class. So basically these are called foundation setup in PeopleSoft. Okay, you don't need to jot down any navigation because it's already mentioned in the slides. So where I will go, so you can see that this is this is the foundation table setup, and what is the purpose for this, I have mentioned here. Okay, so I'll just log in the system and show you. The only thing bad about this fluid is like browsing and going back to the previous navigation is pretty it's not
I
good.
know. I've heard all the
It's
complaints. I know.
yeah, it, it's good for mobile. If you are in mobile like that, that's okay. In mobile you can just touch, and but here it's like very cumbersome. Okay,
So
so
similar to how you have foundation tables in HR and finance, you have foundation tables here too.
yes, that's right. So these foundation tables are the key and bone of our campus solution. So if I talk about this campus solution academic institution, this is the first setup you will do in when you will set up as a as a functional resource. If you are in a company or you are in a university, and you have to do it at the very beginning, you have to come here, academic structure, academic institution table, click on it. Happen, man. It's going to show me. What's wrong with you? Are you infected? Okay, by the time it loads, let me just show you in the slide itself without wasting time. So basically here is, you see this academic institution ID. This belongs to, this is like 5-character field. You can see here PSU and UNV, which here in demo it is PS Peoplesoft University. Okay, so that can be any university you want to set up. Okay, and here you see this, you just give a couple of information in this page, like description, format description and all. And so idea is this: whenever you define a setup, whenever you define your university, then you have to come here and you have to in the foundation table, first thing you will do mention is uh, the academic institution. And also, if you are in existing database, in the existing system is already enrolled, and if you want to see what are the property of this university, okay, so you can come to this academic structure and you can see wherever, see that this university, this belongs to this country, and this status inactive, active. So that mean that in all of the pages you can these all fields are, effective dated and effective status. Do you know this concept? Effective date and effective, more all, not all, but most of the pages which we are going to see in our training will have these two fields, effective date and effective status. So David, you have an idea on it?
Of effective date and effective status?
Yes.
I mean, I've heard of the terminology.
Okay,
But
okay, no problem. I think you would be very, you would fast learn this because it's basically related in a way to the sequel.
okay.
Yeah.
I see you still like going through the classic menu.
Yeah, now I'm going through the classic menu. That's even better. Yeah, see, it works. So, so basically, this component is this effective dated, right? And what does it mean, effective dated? What date you see here?
Uh,
2019,
2000
right?
January.
2019.
Yes, yes.
Yes, yes. Let me open one more page. And student recording, maintain care, go away, man. Create update prospect. Here, what do you see academic institution as? PS in the search page, you see PS University, and what is the description here? PS University. PS UNV is the code, and university is the description for this, right? So how to drag it, man. And here, if the institution label is PS University 1, let me do this. It says cannot change correct history. So the idea is, so what I was trying to tell you is in PeopleSoft we recommend not to delete any row or not to update any row, right? So what we want is, we don't want you to, if you want that your university name was earlier PeopleSoft University, now it is Oracle University because PeopleSoft was acquired by Oracle, right? I want to make this change, it's here. So how I can do it? I can do it right away, like here. I can just press anything. I can change the name and I can save it. first thing it will give me error that cannot change correct history or current row in
You have to change the correct history.
current or history row unless you are in correction mode. So this here you see
Right.
this correction mode. Yeah, so
Correct
I'll
history.
click on it. Yeah, correct history. That allow me that I can edit the history rows. Okay, and then I can just make any changes and I can click on save, right? So after that, all the pages will have the description I have updated. Like PS University, maybe I can change it to Oracle University. Okay, now now the thing is, then what is effective dated concept? So effective dated concept is, for example, today is we are on March. Okay, so we want that at the end of this year, maybe on 31st of just give me a moment, huh? Yes, maybe on 31st of December 2020, then we want that the university name should change to Oracle University, but not right now. Okay, so what I will do, I will click on plus row, and here I will select the date as December 31st. Okay, and I can change the name whatever I want to. Okay, and then I can click on save. So the system will have three rows. Okay, here this is the current row, and that's the row I have just added. So this, then in these three rows, which row is effective? Which row? There are three dates. One is the 31st of December 2020. Another one is 2019, January 2019, and this 1900. It's a long back. Which row is effective?
The 12/31/20.
So when I say effective, that means which description you will see, which will take the effect. That you said that this one, but that will not do. That will not work. That will not be the effective row. Why? Because this row is future row, not the current row.
Oh, the future. Okay.
This will take effect when this date will come, when we will be on this day. Okay, then it will be the effective dated row. But here, but today, right now the effective dated row is this 2019. Why? Because
Okay,
th-
because we're there.
this this is less than, this is not future dated. Okay, and this is not future dated row, and this is not this is also active row, and this is less than this date. So this is the reason this will be uh, the effective dated rows. Okay, now the
I see.
question is why this is also not future dated row. Why this is not effective dated? Why
Mm-hmm.
this will not display? Because the system will by default, by internally, it will choose the maximum date. So which one is maximum, which is the most recent, 2019
I
or the
see.
1900,
Yeah,
right? So this is the most
2019.
recent thing. Yes, so this is
Okay.
this functionality of PeopleSoft is called effective dated component. This is one component. Since this has this effective dated row, that is the reason it is called effective dated component.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and one more thing, if you have noticed, is when I click on the plus icon, what happens? It copied everything from the previous row. Like, if let me do
Mm.
it again, you can see this is the
Mm.
fifth row I just added. It copied everything from the previous row. Whatever there, description was copied 111. I did not enter anything. So that this is
Mm-hmm.
the Peoplesoft inbuilt property, that when I copy it, click on the add a new row, it copied everything from the previous row, so that user can just need to modify whatever they want. So suppose I want just to modify the country, so I can just the description, format description will remain same. I can just change the country and save it. So that is a
Mm-hmm.
uh, beauty of effective dated component in PeopleSoft. Okay, and parallelly, I can show you. You heard the PS query as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so basically I'll show you, not today, because otherwise I will lose the track. That whenever you add, so for example, there is one table behind us which store this academic institution. So that table will when you add that table in the PS query, the effective dated criteria get inserted by its own. You don't need to write the effective dated criteria. Basically, it use subquery, select maximum effective date from the table, which is less than which is not greater than the sys date. So this is the key structure of academic, the SQL behind it. So that SQL get this criteria get added by its own. So you don't need to write even when you are doing it into PS query. Okay, so I did show that thing. So this is about academic institution. So this is about what are the transfer schemes. So basically all the setup related details you see in the different tabs. Here you have seen the description, and there you can see what is the different values for different items, like grading scheme, what are the school grading scheme, what are the transfer grading scheme. Basically we'll cover, like these are when a student get transferred from a different university to you or universities, what should be the grading, what should be the policy. Okay. So these are the auto enroll from the wait list. This is, we will, when we will cover the enrollment, student enrollment, we will see how the student from the, they in a class there may be 30 places, and suppose 40 or 50 student applied for the same course on the same class, same session, then there is a provision that waiting list as well. So waiting list from the waiting list, a student can come to the main class from the actual class. Is it automatic or the manual? So that is automatic, you can define it here. So as soon as the actual student dropped out from that session, then the waiting student who is waiting in the list can take its place. So this is the setup for that. So we will cover all these things. So what my point to tell you is here, that with this academic institution key, against this academic institution key, you can define these values, like what is these values, what are the grading scheme, what are the auto enrollment policy, what are the transfer gating phases. So these uh, things you can define in the academic institution page here. Okay. Then this is about the academic institution. Similarly, we have other location details. So location, you can see here, just an address. I can just show you right away here in this. So this is under the table location underscore TBL. Here it is also effective dated. As you can see, this date effective date, wherever you say that, see this, it is effective dated, right? So these are the information we mentioned in the location page. Then main important thing is the course table, right? So let me show you that. Any questions so far?
No, go ahead. Looking good.
Okay, yeah. So let me go to the campus. So one university can have different campuses. So campuses can be based on the geographic location, or you can mention that, okay, this is our main campus. This is campus for so for example, under this PS University, we have two campuses.
Oh, so
Okay.
are you familiar with CUNY?
Sorry?
Are you familiar with CUNY?
Yeah.
Okay. So CUNY, and I guess even in Houston, Houston Community College, these
Mhm.
are examples. And then UT, University of Texas, these are examples of what you're saying. Organizations that have a main campus and then sub campuses in different locations.
Yes, that's true.
I got
That's
it.
true. And they may have campuses across countries as well.
Mm.
Okay, so idea is you don't need to mention, see this campus table, I don't want addresses of this campus. Basically the campus is the actual physical thing, right? University is just a name. What makes a university? Campuses makes a university, right? So in campuses, you need to define what is the location of this campus, right? Main thing is to see in this page there's only one tab, and what is that? What it stores is where is that, the campus of this university campus. So we don't capture all the address here. Okay, so you just copy this. Okay, and you go to new tab, and then you can see what are the location for this. So you can come to this, and you can see for this particular location what are the address. Okay, so this is how you don't need to uh, define address detail here. For example, like if think of, we don't have location structure, location setup, then what will happen? Like we need to we need to mention all the details here, that what is the country of this campus, what is the address, city, and all these details we need to mention here. So this is good that we just put one location code here, and all the details of this location we are capturing in some different page.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, this is why we have this setup segregated on different pages. Okay, so here we are just seeing location code, and if we want to see what is the detail of this location code, we can go to this our location page, and we can see the location, that what is the address of that location, right? So this is about the campuses. Similarly, apart from campuses and location, we have academic career. So career is basically what are the streams, or the or what are the the specialization a university is offering. So one university can be good only in one or two academic career. They provide only one career or two career program, but most of the universities, big universities where campuses are installed, they're using campus. They are multi career based universities, like the one you mentioned, University of Texas, right? They offer many academic career program, right? Not just one or two. So for one example
So you
can
would have
be,
many categories. You could have law, engineering, academic.
yes,
Okay.
science, humanities. So these can be your few examples which a career options which a university campus can offer. Okay, so this is also keyed by this field institution, academic institution, right? So you can, when you are setting up your system, you are installing you are implementing campus in the system, then you can you can come to this page, and you can say that for this institution, these are the career beg beg your pardon. These are the career available with this university.
Are you okay?
Okay, so yeah, I'm just okay. I'm not affected with corona. So yeah. So this is about the academic career. Similarly, as you can see, there are also different tabs. So whenever when we will discuss a career and all, then we will see what are the actual details we mentioned here. So basically, in most of the scenarios, you will see what are the grading schemes for this. So grading scheme for a law student would be different than from the engineering student or a medical student. They would follow this. They may follow the same same grading schemes. Maybe they have exams on semester basis or yearly basis. So based on their curriculum or their career path, we may choose to give them a different grading scheme. We may choose to how the term will be activated, how would be the transfer grade, how would be the transcript level. When I say transcript level will be, it means when they will pass out, how the what degree we will offer them. So these kind of configuration you will find in this career option. Okay, so this is all part of the academic structure. So academic structure so far we have covered is Peoplesoft, sorry, the academic institution, the campus, and the career. Now we will see the plan, academic plan. Okay, so this is before, sorry, academic plan, we have academic program. Okay, so we can have career and we can have plan. So so basically this is the key the information flow from top to bottom. One is so first career comes first, then we have academic program, and then after program we have plan and the sub plan. Okay, this is what we are going to cover today. So what is the difference between program, plan, and sub program? Any idea?
Um,
I can just give you the slides, like you can make out the here the academic plan is law underscore JD, and maybe some judicial related to judicial, and the program uh, this is law academic program. Under
okay,
this
the
we
law.
have yeah, academic plan as law underscore JD. And so okay, this is out of reference. Sub plans should be related to some law thing. Currently it is coming from bio.
Some
So
kind of concentration within JD.
yes, so basically what is happening here is, so for I take a simple example of some engineering. You are most familiar with engineering, or what, like which career
Engineering, yes. Engineering.
engineering. Okay, engineering. Okay, so engineering can be your academic career. Okay, here engineering can be your academic career as
And then
well.
the plan would
Career.
be mechanical engineering.
Yes, yes. So the program can be your mechanical engineering, chemical engineering, software, IT, information technology, and all these things. That can be your plan. And under this plan, what are the academic these for this mechanical program, what are the courses, what are the actual plan you have, academic plans you have. You can have here it is like law JD, maybe related to law. We can have bachelor's in our undergraduate academic plan, that is bachelor of engineering, master of science, MS, a master of engineering.
Mm,
So that
mm.
kind of academic plan we can have. Okay, similarly we can have we can further categorize it to sub plan as well. So in this sub plan we can have, like in mechanical engineering or in software computer software engineering, information technologies, you can have artificial intelligence, you can have data science, you can have Hadoop, or these kind of more specialized, more detailed course or plan information for that. Okay, so this is how this setup is drilled or designed in academic structure, informal academic structure,
Mm.
right? So whenever you will you will understand any campus solution, these are the pages you need to go. Okay, because
Mhm.
most of the in time you will not see the implementation. You will go in a project where it's ongoing. There's already a campus implemented. You just need to understand there what are the building block of them. That's how you need to go. You can come here, academic institution, academic structure. So academic structure is the place, and you can come and you can see so basically you can see they are, Peoplesoft has designed and mentioned them in the way they should be read, or in a top to bottom approach they have followed. So first you will define academic institution, then you will define academic program, then you will find academic plan, and then a sub plan, and there is a career option as well. Career is always come first before the program plan and sub plan. So any questions on that?
No, fair enough.
Okay, so what I will do, I will share the slides, of course, the table name and behind those, okay, with you probably in before our next class, and we will cover first is the recruiting and the admission. So basically these, let me just give you some idea on the modules first, that what each module is about, so that if you want to read something about them over weekend you can.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so
Mm-hmm.
basically academic structure we have covered. Okay, so we will do back and forth in academic structure whenever we will see these 5 modules, because all the, few of the setups you have seen, we mention in the academic structure, like we map it with the academic program or the academic course, right? So
So
that's
the
we will.
academic structure is essentially the setup for
Yes,
all of these modules.
yes. Yeah,
Okay.
these models, this is called control setup, this is called control
Okay.
data. Okay,
Control
that's this.
data.
Okay, I missed that point. What I was why I asked that question, because this is whatever we define in the academic structure is your control data, setup data. Whatever you define in campus, community, financial aid, recruiting, student financial, student record, that are called transaction data. That is day-to-day activity.
Got it.
Control data you don't set up every day. You don't set up academic program every day. You define these are the careers available with you in university. Don't do it daily, right? You may change it, but you don't create altogether career on a day-to-day basis. So that is the reason it is called control and the setup data. So
Got it.
any questions so far?
Nope. I liked it. This makes sense.
Okay,
You were gonna tell
cool.
me something?
Sorry?
I thought you were gonna show something.
Yes, I'll show you Campa. I'll not show you something. I was going to tell you, uh, like this. These are the modules we will cover. Student record first, and in student records, so basically, I just give you brief, like 2 line, 3 liner of these 5 modules. Like student records. Oh, sorry, student recruiting and admission is the first module.
Okay,
We
that's
talk
what I
about
thought you said.
yeah, recruiting. So basically when recruiting starts, when you attract student to your university, maybe you set up you do marketing, you go to schools where from where you can get the undergraduates, or you go to undergraduates colleges where you get the students from masters. So basically we have all set up for recruiting and recruiting things. Like you have recruiters who set up town halls, meetings, and all these things, and how they enroll a prospect. So basically the student, they are not yet students, so we call them prospects. So they can join our university or they may not join university. So so that's the reason they are called prospects. Okay, and when some of the prospect will join. So what are the recruitment process we will cover, what are the admissions. So when a student joins, when a prospect fill all the information, they fill application, and they fulfill your criteria of university, maybe the K grade and their CGPA marks and other details, then you can there is an admission process we will cover. So that process regarding to with regards to recruitment and the admission we will cover in this module.
Mm-hmm.
Similarly, other modules like the student record, when say student is when this prospect or that is done, your student is enrolled with you, how you will capture their information records, that is in student records, and other details we capture, like how will they will enroll classes, how they will be tag to instructor, and these kind of setup which is directly mapped to student demographic details, how we capture ethnicity and all that we will cover in student record. Similarly, student campus community is a new module. Campus community is quite interesting one. We have 3C here. I'll show you, I'll tell you that when we will cover in that. In most of the pages you will see that. So campus community is all about that, and financial aid is where all the money is involved. Financial aid is basically to help the student from taking loans and more debt to them. In US, there is a crisis, right? A lot of the students have taken loans; they are not able to pay it.
Pell grants, all this kind of grants, all those things.
Yes, all the grants, and so basically the university financial aid is the key module, because the government are also focusing on this module, because most of the student doesn't know that what loans or grants they can avail. So they are there's a lack of information, and there is not free flow from from university uh, to the federal agency, like so the state grants, some grants for army officials. So so this campus solution is has so many things which is designed uh, mostly for US. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
specifically for US, because those grants are not available in other countries. Means they have grants and they have aids, but they have with different names and different configurations.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very much localized with your states, United States.
Mm-hmm.
So that we'll cover in financial aid, and then we have student financials. So all the financials related to this campus will be covered in this: how we generate billing, how we generate invoices, we send them to the students, how they make payment, how we apply that payment with the student as a student fees against the payment made by the students, how we generate reporting, we park that money into particular department and look uh, or or course. So that all the finance related thing we will cover in the student financial module.
And
So
what is the campus community again?
campus community is the key, man. It's basically campus community is you can think of it as as a central repository from where data goes and data goes out. So basically the personal information as well you store there. And in campus community there are checklists involved. There is a term called 3C. 3C means 3C, 3 times C. So C is for checklist, comment, and hello.
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so okay, you can hear me. So basically, so all when a student joins they are enrolled, they are admitted to the university. We create checklist on them. We create when they are in the prospect status. So all the information, and it works like a portal, like central repository for central go to the main go to place for all the student and uh, and the faculty staff as well. So basically
Okay.
it stores every data related to person who belongs to campus. So
Okay.
that
So,
is why it's
so
called
if I
campus.
so if I was to quickly give a quick summary based on what you've told me today, I would say, so typically when you look at Campus Solutions is the application that helps you manage the activities of your students, your faculty, your staff. And typically, whenever you come into that to the application, the main piece is the academic structure, which is your control data. It controls the
Yes,
setup of the application. You come in there. This essentially enables you to control the data that will be used for the control data for all the other transactional data that is visible in campus community, financial aid, recruiting and admissions, students' financials, and students' records. And essentially
yes,
now you have within those transactional data, you have everything that has to do with recruiting and admissions, which you say is probably the most straightforward. that has to do with how a student is onboarded, how they register for classes, or how they're admitted, that whole process. And then the students' records are their records, their grades, how all of that is managed. Financials is everything that has to do with how they make payments, payments for classes, payments for all kinds of fees, how they're managed by the, I guess, the bursar's office and whoever manages financials. And financial aid relates to everything that has to do with their finances, getting grants, loans, all of those kind of things. And then campus community is like your community where you come in, staff, faculty, everybody is able to get information. You know, it's like essentially that's your campus right there, where you go in, you see all the information about the campus, what's going on, and so on and so forth.
Right. That's true. You nailed it, man.
I'm excited. I'm ready to become a functional expert.
Yeah. You will be soon, man. You're going to make a very wonderful BA.
Yes.
Business analyst. And the combination of technical things
Yes,
as well.
I'm ready,
You,
man.
you, you
Yes.
yeah, you're going to make fire in the market, and every university will look after looking for you. They would want
Yes.
they would work for us. Cool. So that's
Yes.
good. Let's call it a day. You have
Okay.
wonderful evening. Okay,
You too.
and we'll cover. We'll meet on in the next class. Srinivas will update you.
Okay.
Srinivas Sampath will update you. But the date probably will not do class tomorrow. Okay, I'll
Okay.
take a rest, and you can go through them. I'll share the slides for academic structure and these. Okay, then talk to you in the next class.
Okay. Thank you so much. Have a good one. Bye.